Bob Marley, a name that echoes across generations, continents, and cultures. Known for his infectious reggae rhythms and messages of love, unity, and peace. But behind the music, there's a deeper story, one of immense courage and sacrifice, where Marley took unimaginable risks to heal his homeland, Jamaica. Today, we dive into a remarkable chapter of his life, one that shows how far he was willing to go to bring peace to a nation torn apart by violence.
Reggae history with the rebel.
In the 1970s, Jamaica was in turmoil. Politicians battled for power, and the rivalry between the People's National Party, or PNP, and the Jamaica Labour Party, or JLP, had turned deadly. This wasn't just politics, it was warfare, with guns and bloodshed tearing through the streets of Kingston. Entire neighborhoods were labeled as either PNP or JLP strongholds, and violence became the dark reality for many ordinary Jamaicans who found themselves trapped in a conflict they couldn't control. As the country descended into chaos, people searched desperately for a symbol of hope, a figure who could unite them. Bob Marley was that figure, whether he wanted the role or not. His music was already a lifeline for people across Jamaica, and his message of peace felt like the only light in a very dark tunnel. But Marley's involvement came with a price. In 1976, just 2 days before he was scheduled to perform at a concert promoting peace, Marley's home was invaded by armed gunmen. He, his wife Rita, and his manager were all wounded in the attack. It was believed to be a politically motivated act, designed to silence the one voice that had the power to transcend party lines. Despite his injuries, Marley was undeterred. He went on to perform at that concert, declaring to the world that no amount of fear could stop him from spreading his message of unity. After the attack, Marley left Jamaica, seeking refuge and space to heal. But the island never left his heart. As the violence continued to escalate in his absence, Marley knew he had to return. His mission was bigger than himself. It was for his people. In 1978, after 2 years in exile, Marley returned to Jamaica with one purpose, peace, and he was about to pull off one of the most daring and unforgettable moves of his career. On April 22nd, 1978, the One Love Peace concert was set to take place in Kingston, bringing together some of the biggest reggae stars in a night dedicated to healing the nation. The lineup was legendary, featuring artists who had their own powerful voices in reggae. Peter Tosh, a former member of the Wailers and a vocal advocate for Rastafarian beliefs, took the stage with his fiery lyrics, calling for unity and social justice. At the One Love Peace concert, Peter Tosh's performance became one of the most intense and controversial moments of the night. While Bob Marley used his platform to bring unity, Tosh took the opportunity to confront the Jamaican government directly. With his fearless spirit and fiery words, he called out the injustices facing everyday Jamaicans, especially the marginalized communities suffering under systemic oppression. When Tosh stepped onto the stage, his presence alone was electrifying. Known for his defiant personality and outspoken activism, he immediately captivated the crowd, but he didn't just sing. He used his time in front of thousands and with government officials like Michael Manley and Edward Seager in the audience to criticize the government's neglect of the Jamaican people. Tosh highlighted issues like police brutality, corruption, poverty, and the ongoing harassment Rastafarians faced from authorities. One of his boldest moments came when he condemned the criminalization of marijuana. Tosh, an advocate for the Rastafarian faith and ganja as a sacrament, saw the herb as a symbol of spiritual and personal freedom. But in Jamaica, it was still illegal and often used as an excuse for police to target and arrest Rastafarians. Tosh famously took a large spliff, lit it up on stage, and proclaimed his right to use it. This act was a direct challenge to the authorities, especially as politicians and police were watching from the audience. Tosh didn't hold back. He demanded that the leaders present listen to the people's struggles, boldly stating that Jamaicans deserved respect, fair treatment, and justice. His words were harsh and unfiltered, holding the politicians accountable in a way few others dared. The audience was shocked, yet inspired, witnessing a raw expression of truth that few would have risked saying in public. Bunny Wailer, another founding member of the Wailers, brought his roots reggae vibe, connecting deeply with the people. Also performing was Jacob Miller, known for his charismatic presence and high-energy performances with Inner Circle, whose song We A Rockers had become an anthem. The crowd was also electrified by Big Youth, with his revolutionary DJ style, and Junior Tucker, who was a rising star even at a young age, representing hope for the future of reggae. The night was filled with music, messages, and prayers, but Marley had something even more ambitious in mind. He planned to unite two men whose rivalry had ignited the violence, the leaders of the PNP and the JLP. As Marley took to the stage that night, the atmosphere was charged. His performance was mesmerizing, each song more electrifying than the last. And then, the moment came. In the middle of the concert, Bob Marley stopped the music and called Michael Manley, leader of the PNP, and Edward Seaga, leader of the JLP, to join him on stage. The crowd held its breath as these two men approached, men whose names had become synonymous with the violence that plagued Jamaica. With the world watching, Marley took their hands and joined them together, raising them in unity. The crowd erupted in cheers and applause. This single act of unity was like lightning striking the island. It was a symbol that peace was possible, that healing could begin. Marley spoke to the crowd, saying, "We want to show the people that we are willing and able to bring peace to this land." For that one night, peace reigned, and Jamaica felt the weight of hope. But as powerful as that moment was, the peace it promised was fragile. Marley's act didn't end the violence entirely. In fact, some of the political unrest continued, but it became a lasting symbol of Marley's commitment to his people. He was more than a musician. He was a warrior for unity, a bridge between broken communities. Though he didn't live to see a fully peaceful Jamaica, the legacy of that night lives on. Bob Marley's courage showed that even in the darkest times, music and unity could provide a glimpse of a brighter future. His spirit ignited a spark in the hearts of people across the world, a reminder that sometimes all it takes is one brave soul to bring hope. This story of Bob Marley and the One Love Peace concert is a testament to the power of music and the lengths Marley went to make a difference. He didn't just sing about love and peace, he lived it, risking his own life to give his people a moment of unity.